one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's the 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. The Chargers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He'll get this to about the 38.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end, Parham. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Fielded just inside the 20. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and finally.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. With veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop it.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. Yeah, just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot.
Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Demir Bird. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the count. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, They also have to have interest in the running game as well, and they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Seahawks 0.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they called the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Caught by Allen. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
And your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
3rd down, it's Willis. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells the story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And the slot man goes in motion left. Herbert on first down now. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawks defense.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Herbert now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. That'll be caught by Anderson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now Willis on third down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot and see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
First and 10, it's Willis. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down, Willis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Willis. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now Willis to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably going out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A give for Walker running right.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
This returnable for Bird.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable for Lockett. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge.
Herbert has it knocked free.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Malik Willis with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Bird to return from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend.
They're going to pass here with Herbert on the move to his left. Caught left side, Williams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw here, Herbert.
His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Eckler now between the tackles.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So it's a win here for the LA Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, sometimes you just have those games where everything's clicking, and this was one of those days. He wound up with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. He was large and in charge all day long.
So for the Chargers, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy